You're good. You're good. Good?
Yep.
Let's do it.
You picked the first year, the right time to you picked the right time to score your first ever playoff goal, and obviously a huge win. What made this possible tonight?
Yeah, we played our game through 60 minutes. Talked about it this morning. That's the way we wanted to come out. We knew they were going to come out hard, and we played a good first period. We came out, I think, even after the first period, and then we kept playing our game, and we found ways to score at the right time, and found ways to not give them a whole lot of looks off the rush, and it was just a great team effort overall.
Was the overall team game just developed since game one?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, game one, like I said, game one, first experience for a lot of us, a lot of emotions, a lot of penalties. The game, take the penalties out, the game was still tight. It was still a tight game, and you know what? It's on us. The whole time it was about us to learn and get better as the series went on, and tonight was another step in the right direction. Do we feel like we can still play better? 100%, but you know what? You're going to enjoy the win tonight, but tomorrow we'll get to move on and focus on the next one.
Considering the Leafs' history in with their playoffs over the last how many years, how does it feel for your group to be in a position to effectively plant a seed of doubt with your win tonight?
Yeah, it's we just went through it. They were up 3-0. I'm not too worried about that. I'm worried about our group. I'm worried about our team, the way we play, the way we show up every night, and we come to compete and play our game. Not worried about the other side. And I've said it all along, even when we lost the first couple games, is the reason why we got here is by playing our game, and it allowed us to be in this position and playing playoff hockey. And I said it all along that the quicker we get to our game and the better we play it, and then we give ourselves a chance every single night like we did all season. So obviously, like I said, it's great to win the last two games, but now you got to turn the page, and we're going home, and we're going to have to do the same thing all over again.
Can you describe the feeling in this room?
What's that?
I was just going to say, can you describe the feeling in this room as you head back to Ottawa for Game 6?
Yeah, the feeling's good. We played a good hockey game, good road game tonight. Like I said, we didn't give them a whole lot. We played some good hockey. We played a good 60 minutes. Penalty kill was great. Getting a big shorthanded goal there in the third. So, like I said, everybody was part of it. It was a full team effort, and that's all that matters.
Do you feel like the pressure has shifted? Do you guys have momentum on your side now?
Yeah, we won 2 games in a row. I'm sure you guys would have said the same thing when they won 3 in a row at the start of the series. So, obviously, you like I said, you got to enjoy the win. Obviously, it's great to come on the road and make a big win, but at the end of the day, the series is far from over. We're still facing a very, very talented team, and you got to focus on your group, and you got to focus on the areas that you can still improve and be better, and make sure that next game we show up and do that.
What did you think? What did you think of? Oh, go ahead.
Just that the swing of emotions. Greg takes the penalty, and then the shorthanded goal.
Yeah, the PK has been good the last 2 games, and we focus on that. And look, it's the game of hockey. There's some calls are going to happen, things are going to happen on the ice, and we trust the guys that go out there, and they're going to get the job done. And obviously, like I said, it's Cuzzy and God's getting the 2-on-1, scoring a big goal for us. It's everybody. Everybody was part of it tonight. Everybody played their best hockey, and that's all that matters for us.
How much belief you guys have and stuck to your game plan and came in here and played a great road game?
No, I think it's just a belief amongst each other. I've always said you're never out of it. And, for us tonight, it was nothing other than winning Game 5. There's no other thought about any other games in the series. It's all about this next game and this next opportunity, and nothing farther than that.
You told hometown fans on Saturday night that your team would be back. What made it happen here tonight?
It took everybody. It took, our best player tonight was Linus, and made some huge saves for us, and I really think it took everybody on the bench, everybody in our room, because everybody wanted to win. Our will to win was high, and I think it paid off. And it's all about now resetting and getting refocused come Thursday.
Considering what we know about the Leafs and their recent playoff futility, what does it mean to you to plant a seed of doubt with this win tonight?
It's a new year. It's new team. So, I mean, it's whenever you lose 2 in a row, I mean, it's not a good feeling. I mean, we lost 3, and it was a shitty feeling. So, for us, it's, we just got to keep focusing on the task at hand. You can't focus on anything farther than that, things that you can't control. Just our mindset right now is just these are do-or-die games, and right now we're just leaving it all out there, doing whatever it takes to win.
Talk a little bit about your penalty kill. I mean, game 4, you get a shorty, you kill off that 4 minutes, and tonight another shorthanded goal.
Great play by Gods, great goal by Cuz. It's just, I think, confidence. Of course, the first couple of games, I would say the penalty killers weren't happy with the result, even though there's some good things that they've done. But they've stepped up. I mean, game 4 was a turning point for us to get that kill, and I think that just gave them so much confidence, and it's translating into our 5-on-5 game.
I know you've been playing elimination hockey for a while now, but going into that third period with a 1-0 lead, is it any different in this room?
Honestly, no. It's everybody just I wouldn't say decided, but had the same mindset that no, we just play our game. We don't sit back. We don't just let them keep coming and hold on. It's still try to dictate our game, and I think that's just lessons that we've learned all year, and we were finally able to use that, and that just keep going. No reason to sit back and let them keep coming at us as keep dictating the game.
You mentioned a couple of close games early on in the series. Do you feel like luck's you guys are getting rewarded where you weren't maybe earlier in the series?
Well, I think we're playing better, and I think we're earning more of those bounces by the way we're playing. I mean, it's going to be tight. I expect game 6 as well. It's we've played each other so many times, and just no tendencies, and certain things about each player. So just for us, it's just continue about doing what we're doing, keep earning our bounces, but just keep feeling good about our game, and just doing whatever it takes to win.
In 3 and 4, the barn was crazy in Ottawa. What can you foresee it being like on Thursday night?
Well, I expect pure insanity, that's for sure. But no, they know how important they are. They know how much juice they give us, and how we just want to represent them well. And when they're buzzing like that, it's can't really describe yet how it feels for me, and how it feels for this whole group, and just the amount of energy we get off that.
You mentioned Linus Ullmark being the best player tonight. What's it been like for you seeing him get better and better as the series has gone on?
I think it's just showing what our team identity is just resilience, and it starts with him, and he's a leader in that way, and just shows our kind of backs up against the wall that his true self comes out, and his confidence, and just gives us so much confidence in front of him.
What do you remember about how he reacted after game 1 and how he's reacted since after the rest of the games in this series?
Honestly, I don't even really remember game 1, so I think we all just are moving on to the next, and that's just kind of what our mindset's been, is no matter what happens, good, bad, that we're moving on to the next.
Brady, you guys are taking away the middle of the ice right now. Is this some of the best in the neutral zone defending that you guys have done all year?
Well, it has to be, tip-top shape, against this team, and just the skill that they have that try to force them to dump pucks and break out. So that's definitely been an emphasis and something that we wanted to focus on, and I think we can continue to get better in certain areas, but that's something that just making it not that easy to get into our zone. So we just got to keep that going.
Thanks, Brady.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
What did your team do here tonight to I guess you're going to state the obvious, but to get this victory?
Yeah, I think we stepped up our game. I think each and every game we're learning more how the game's meant to be played in playoffs, and we're just improving each game. And I think we came out ready to go tonight.
Was that your first shorthanded shift of the series?
It might have been. I think it was. I might have had one in the first game. I'm not sure, but yeah, that was either my first or second for sure.
And if you can, just walk us through that whole play here where it started in your own.
Yeah, they made a play behind the net, and I just tried to, jump them, and God's made a great read and picked it off, and it was good poise by him to let me get up the ice, and I made a great pass, and I just shot it, went in. So it was a great play by God's.
When Adam goes up ice, what's going through your head emotionally just as you're trying to go with him on that 2-on-1?
Yeah, it's we're at a time in a game where you don't want to be too aggressive, obviously, but I felt like I had the speed to be my guy up the ice and try and create opportunity, and he just made a great pass.
When you scored that goal, what did you sense of the energy from the crowd after you scored?
Yeah, I think anytime a team gives up a shorthanded goal, it's going to take the crowd out of it a bit, and I think I'm not really noticing that too much. We're just focused on the game at hand.
How's your teammate played PK? Played in this building, played against the semifinals. What's this moment like to do this in such a big spot?
Yeah, it was a big game and big win for us. We enjoyed it for a little bit, but we still got work to do. So it's all focused on Game 6 now.
So when the Leafs are doing really well on the face-off circle, you were over 60% tonight. What was working for you?
Yeah, I think they're making adjustments as the series goes on, and we're trying to make adjustments too. So I was bad last game, so I tried to make a few adjustments tonight, and I guess I want a few more.
Can you speak to your team's composure and comfort level playing these must-win elimination games and getting results?
Yeah, I think we've been really comfortable. We try not to panic too much, and when we're up one, you can kind of sit back and let them get the pressure. But we talked a lot about just trying to stay aggressive and not sitting back and just trying to hold on to the lead, trying to get the next goal.
Phil, do you guys feel like you've shifted the pressure back across the hallway after these 2 wins?
Yeah, I think anytime you lose one or two, the pressure's on. So it's a lot of focus just on Game 6 right now. We're just worried about what's going on in our dressing room.
Thank you, Dylan.
Yeah, no problem.
There's a microphone.
Travis, where does that rank on the most mature game you've seen from your team this year?
Yeah, I'm not sure where it ranks, but obviously at this time of the year, most important. So we just played a really good road game tonight, top to bottom.
Travis, we know you're not a goalie guru in any way, but what's it been like for you seeing Linus Ullmark's play just get better and better and then culminate in a shutout win tonight?
Not surprising. I feel like I've been talking about Linus a lot this series, and we've got a lot of confidence in him, and rightfully so. And he was sharp again tonight.
Travis, just looking at these last two games, what have you guys done to turn things around and really tighten the screws on the Leafs?
Well, it's been a tight checking series. I mean, I don't think it's just these last two games. We played pretty well the three games before that. But I do think our individual game, and collectively, we've kind of played. Our game has gotten better. I think part of it is just from not playing in the playoffs before and feeling a little more comfortable.
Coach, can I ask what the decision was or what went behind the decision to put Dylan Cousins out on that penalty kill? I don't think he'd seen too much PK time this series.
Yeah, Rids was in the box, so we need another killer. Gods has been not doing a lot of killing either, but that was so Cuzzy's kind of our next guy up, and obviously a huge goal.
Just back to your right team.
Travis, first three games you give up 5 power play goals against. The last two, none, 2 shorthanded goals in those games. How has that been able to change for you, and what have you done to do that?
Well, it's been a big part of the series. Obviously, they've got an extremely skilled team and a really good power play, and they were on fire at the beginning, and Bomber's done a great job with our penalty kill. As far as the specifics, I don't want to get into that, but him and the penalty killers have done a good job getting the job done in the last few games for sure. It's a big part of playoffs, and again, they have a lot of good players.
Hey, Travis. Sometimes momentum doesn't carry between games in the playoffs, but I'm just wondering what's your sense of the group, what these last two games have done for the group, the confidence of the team.
Yeah, I think like I said, I think our comfortability level playing in playoffs has gotten better. But I also said at the beginning of the series, our group has a lot of confidence in themselves. I don't think a lot of people give us much of a chance in this series, but and rightfully so. They got a really good team over there, but there's a lot of belief in our team. If we can play our game and get to our game for 60 minutes, that we have belief.
Travis, after games 3 and 4 was great atmosphere in Ottawa. Brady says he predicts it's going to be insane in that barn in game 6. Just how do you think it's going to go, and how do you think that'll give a boost to your team?
Home crowd is big in playoffs. Obviously, you hear the crowd a lot. I think both buildings have been great. I don't know if I've coached in a louder building than those 2 games in Ottawa. Expect it to be another great atmosphere.
Travis, outside of a couple of opportunities, looked like it was really difficult for Toronto to get to the middle of the ice. What have you liked about how you guys have defended the middle of the ice?
I think we've checked well. It's tight checking series right now. It's something that our team has talked about from the beginning of the season. And the pace of our checking has been solid, the details within our checking. And against a team like Toronto, you have to be on top of that part of your game for sure.
Some might say after a win like tonight where you win on the road, you clearly take away energy from the fans, that this might be the win that plants a seed of doubt in the Leafs. What do you think it means for this group to get this road win and get that type of win against this team?
Yeah, well, I think it gives our team belief. I can't speak for how they feel or the pressure that's on their team. I don't think our group has really felt pressure from the beginning. And we talk about playing game to game, resetting, getting ready to play the next game, and that really hasn't changed from the start of the series.
One more, and then we're going to try to bring Linus Hallmark right in here. Guys.
Travis, you played in this league, you coached in this league. What have you learned about the playoff roller coaster and how belief and doubt can creep in on either side throughout a series?
It can change fast. You can feel great about yourself. You can feel, shitty about yourself as well, or your team, or where you're at. And I think those are the type of things that we've really talked to our team throughout the season, really. And I think it's paying dividends now. But again, we've won 2 games. We're going to enjoy it here for a couple hours, and then tomorrow reset, and we're going to have to play our asses off and play better in Game 6 to get another game down here.
Thanks, Travis. Guys, we'll bring Linus Hallmark up here real quick. Who's got the microphone? Questions, guys?
Some of the players were talking about this may being one of the more complete games that your team has played. Would you agree, or how would you assess your team's play here tonight?
Yeah, definitely. We've been saying that we just take it one game at a time. We don't focus on what's ahead of us. We just try to stick with it, trust the process in a way. And, guys pulled through today with a couple of huge defensive plays that kept them out of it.
Linus, you've had moments throughout the year where you've bounced back after tough stretches in your play. What does it mean to you, knowing that you still have more to go, to be in a spot where you bounce back after that first game and you play your best game of the series tonight?
It doesn't really matter when you're in a playoff series how you're doing. You can lose 1-0, you can lose 6-2, and still a loss in a way. My job is to stop pucks, and every night it's still about battling it out there with the other goalie and the other team and try to make more saves than the other guy and come up victorious. Sometimes I've said it as well that it comes down to lady luck as well when it comes to certain different, areas of the game, but you gotta earn it. You gotta earn it every single night, and not thinking that's just gonna happen every night or something like that, because you never know. You look around in the league as well, and you look at the team that we're playing as well. They're a very high-skilled and offensive-minded team, so you gotta stay patient every single night, and don't take anything for granted.
Linus, the penalty kill has come up big for you guys the last 2 games compared to earlier in the series. What have you seen that's led to the success on the penalty kill lately?
We're doing the right things. We're putting pressure when pressure needs to be put. We're winning face-off as well, and we're clearing the pucks when we get the possession of it as well. And whenever you play PK and you're not managing the puck, when you actually do have a couple extra or 1 or 2 extra seconds out there and get it deep, it's tough, because now all of a sudden you're scrambling a little bit more than if you get the puck all the way down 200 feet.
Just your back there.
Hey, Linus, Travis Green was saying the other day that a lot of people were doubting you early in the series with the way it started. I'm wondering, how do you deal with that? Do you hear it? Does it fire you up? How do you process that in a playoff series?
I don't know. Just take it what it is. I don't really read media nowadays. Something that I learned throughout my career as well, that it doesn't really matter what you guys say or anything like that. It's all about what's being said in the locker room and what we need to be doing. And there's always going to be people doubting you. There's always going to be people that have your back. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of stay away from it. And like I said before, you just have to focus on one game at a time. Now we won this one. We're going back to Ottawa. But we can't be satisfied with the way that we played this tonight. We can enjoy that we had the results with us tonight. But then there's a new game. It's Game 6. So we got to do it all over again.
We'll take a couple more. Josh, here on
Linus, you've been on a team that saw a lead melt away in the playoffs before. I'm just wondering what that's like, and what do you think the feeling on the other side is now? They've had 2 elimination games, and now they're going back to Ottawa.
What was the first part?
You've been on teams where playoff leads have evaporated in the past.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just wondering what the feeling is when that starts to happen with a group.
It's hard to say. All groups are different in a way. Some groups are better at handling it than others. And it's all about not getting too high or getting too low. And that's one of the biggest things, at least when it comes to playoffs. And, if you go up to 2-0 or a 3-1 or whatever it may be, you can't get too high. I think it's going to be an easy task ahead of you. And also, if you're losing and you're down, you can't get too low and thinking it's just going to be over and, start doing random stuff out there. That's why we're trying to keep a day-to-day mentality. Ever since day one, we talked about it. And once we're doing it, when we're doing the right things, then the results will take care of themselves.
Thanks so much, Linus. Thanks for your flexibility, everyone, today.
Thank you. Thank you.